Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and we give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully take advantage of the biggest opportunity in history, and that is this current bull run. And guys, this video is going to be packed with a lot of alpha, I promise. Stay till the end, and you're going to be glad you did, in my opinion. Now, we're going to talk about a lot more than just Ethereum and its ecosystem. I'm going to talk about how to get in early on some of these projects. I'm going to talk about how the whales rotate in and out of crypto, and a lot more. So go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get started. All right, we know that the Bitcoin ETF just got approved. And a lot of you may not know, but I used to work for Bear Stearns. It was a huge powerhouse banking firm. We competed with like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs at the time. And, you know, one thing I learned is you follow the smart money. And that the U.S. government, the legacy banks, and Wall Street pretty much pick winners and losers. And whether we like it or not, they have picked Bitcoin and Ethereum thus far. Now, who cares, guys? I'm not tribal. And everything I used to hate about Ethereum, I like now. Same with H-bar. You know, I didn't want the Wall Street to be into crypto and blockchain. I thought we were going to have a decentralized utopia. Well, I was so wrong, it's almost embarrassing. And once I found out about the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, which is like IBM and Microsoft and JP Morgan and all those boys, they got together and they, think about it, guys, they built a group of marketing world leaders to go make sure that the ERC20 token was the standard. And whether we like it or not, the Ethereum ecosystem is 10x bigger than all of the other layer 1 ecosystem. And most really combined. Go add it up, guys. Nothing can touch Ethereum as it sits today. And who cares if it wins the future or if it doesn't. But here's the good news. We've already witnessed what happens when the whales roll into these layer 1s and what happens to their ecosystem. Now, most people, including myself, thought once Bitcoin really started to pump and started running out of gas, or even if it kept pumping, that Ethereum, because of history, was the next in line to pump. But no, the whales decided not to make that happen. What they decided to do was roll into like Solana when no one was expecting it, because they were expecting Ethereum to pump first. Then they went into like Avalanche and Cosmos and ADA. Well, now that we got the SPOT ETF for Bitcoin, everyone is thinking that the SPOT ETF for Ethereum is next. And it caught me a little off guard because last night I was either going to short or go long Bitcoin. And I actually went long. What I was thinking was I can go long and it's going to pump maybe all night, maybe for 2 or 3 days, and then I can short it. But then as I started reading the news and understanding, look at the charts and experiencing what happened, it seems to me that Bitcoin, as bullish as everything is right now, is not going to pump hard off of this news. It was already baked in the cake. And it's really amazing how flat everything was last night. The volatility was immense and the volume. But anyway, so as I started digging in, I started realizing how not on fire, but how Ethereum was pumping. And then I took it from there. Well, now I believe it's go time for the Ethereum ecosystem. And that's what we're going to talk about And at the end, I'm going to talk about one of the layer 2s that has an ecosystem that I honestly have not heard one single influencer talk about. And guess what, guys? They're building gaming on that layer 2. That has got me excited. And it's early. Not one single influencer has brought it to my attention. Anyway, I'm sure someone's talking about it. But I can't wait to show you that at the end. Now, I want you to listen to something. And this gets back to what I was talking about, the Wall Street guys I listen to. These guys right here are pretty smart. And Mark Yuska, he's been around a long time, very, very smart. And he's going to talk about what we can expect from the SPOT Bitcoin ETF. And it's related to this video, so bear with me.
All the naysayers, want to say, there's 30 billion on the low end. That's 10 basis points over the next few months. I actually think it's 10 times that. I think it's 300 billion. That's one. That's a 1%. Because what's going to happen at these firms, the model, right, the house model is going to say 1%. You got to have 1%. So now if you're an advisor, you don't have a choice. You have to put your clients, even if you don't love it, you as a fiduciary, you got to follow the model. And so 300 billion, that's about 25% of current market cap. That's a big deal. And that's...
Anyway, guys, like I said, I used to work for Bear Stearns. I've been behind the scenes. I can't even tell you how easy this sell for the SPOT ETF is going to be for Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and all the stockbrokers around the world. When they make these phone calls, it's going to be nothing. Because you got to think, guys, when you call someone that has $50 million, which is not a big account at, say, JP Morgan, well, they trust you with that $50 million. So when they call you and tell you to put 1% or 5% or whatever into Bitcoin, you're going to do it. And then the way I see it happening is because Bitcoin is going to outperform everything, the people that get in, say, this year and ride this bull run, they're going to be calling their stockbroker and go, hey, why don't I allocate a little more? So we got that coming. But then when if and when, which I think it probably will, the SPOT ETF for Ethereum comes, they're going to want that. And they're not going to want 1%. They're going to be like, hey, this is just like the Bitcoin one. And they're going to say yes. And they're going to understand it a little more. They're going to want more. So I think it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And this bull run could be that the projects with good tokenomics that are like fully diluted, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Quant, they may not come back, guys. They may never come back. Now, yeah, they're going to pull back, but this 90%, those days are over for the projects with good tokenomics. The projects with bad tokenomics, like your XRP and your Avalanche, they're going to come back for many, many years until they get fully diluted, if they don't disappear. That's a whole nother story. But the point of me saying that is that now that Wall Street, I mean, you're talking to big boys. See, people can't wrap their head around just how important and how powerful what just happened is. Because think about it, guys, I'm always saying follow the smart money. And people want to pitch, oh, this is my favorite project. They're tribal. And they talk about, it's better tech, it's better this, it's better that. And I say, who cares? If Wall Street doesn't agree with me and you, no one cares. They love Ethereum. They could care less about those gas fees. Me and you hate them. But we don't own nodes, guys. If you run a node, you make money off those gas fees. Guys, they're big boys. Those gas fees are irrelevant. So don't underestimate the power of the ecosystem. And really, the projects that have like less than a penny, unless they're like H-bar, they're going to have to scale to immense levels, which, by the way, HBAR is at about 40 billion. I don't want to get side of transactions, but the point is the Ethereum ecosystem is probably here to stay for at least 10 years. There may be a Ethereum killer out there, probably hasn't been created yet. Anyway, I'm rambling. All right, let's get back on track. Now, if the next big whale movement is in Ethereum, which I think it is, and I'm going to show you why I say that, we want to be in early, and we are fairly early, guys, and it's going to get more early when I talk about that layer 2. Now, here's the total market cap. Check it out, guys. This right here is, that right there is January 1. We were at 1.54 trillion. Now we've pumped to 1.8 trillion, and now we're at about 1.73. And guys, that's gonna, people are gonna take a little profit, but look how, what is that, 200, 300 billion up just this year alone, and we're getting started. Now, here's what we definitely need to think about. Like in this report, it says Ethereum jumps 11%. Here's how whales are changing the game. Follow the smart money, guys, whether you like Ethereum or not. I'm here for the money. Who cares? But look at it. It says there is an ongoing mega accumulation of Ethereum by whales within the crypto ecosystem. And it talks about the data, and it talks about the huge numbers of Ethereum the whales are stacking. Guys, I'm getting all in. I'm going to start going through making some videos about the best projects that I think in this ecosystem. Pay attention, guys. We saw what happened to like Bonk and the projects inside of Solana. Same with Avalanche. I'm probably going to run out and start stacking PEPE here soon. I think it may lead this bull market for meme coins once Ethereum lights it up. Who knows? Shiba or Doge may make people millionaires again. I don't think so. Market cap's too high. But you never know what's going to dominate these ecosystems, and Ethereum's ecosystem is massive. Anyway, I know I'm rambling a little bit. Bear with me. All right. This is what we all should be looking at, and it's this. If this doesn't get you excited about Ethereum and prove that I think I'm right, check this out. See this pink line, guys? This right here is on the yearly. It finally broke out. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get it back over here. Look at that. See, it broke out at the end of last year, but that was just a fake out, and that's fine. They took out the longs, and they took out the shorts, and then here they took out the longs. I think this is a real breakout, and Ethereum is about to rip. And whether you like it or not, guys, y'all ain't seen what Ethereum can do. It's still the big boy in the room, period, in my opinion. Now, we need to dive into the ecosystem, right? And here's some more news. I didn't go direct. I didn't go exactly how I wanted to, but they talk about how everyone's speculating that the next narrative is going to be the approval of the Ethereum ETF. Now, here's what I want you to think about, guys. In the ecosystem, a lot of people are saying, I don't want to participate with Ethereum. The fees are too high, and I get it. But that's what layer 2s are about. And I want you to also think about some of the absolute best projects that dominated the last bull run that are blue chip, like Quant. Well, they pay gas fees. Matic pay huge amount of gas fees. Not only that, guys, this is how dominant Ethereum is. And again, I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear. Matic's ecosystem is bigger than most layer 1s out there. And it sits on top of Ethereum. And the gas fees are extremely low. And what you're seeing is Wall Street, that want that security of Ethereum, they've been building inside the Matic ecosystem? Well, they still pay gas fees, period. Now, GALA, I personally think, is a sleeper. And Elliot with Nakamoto Games and Superverse was talking about how he thought that GALA would definitely make a comeback. Yeah, I know there's some issues with the founders and the lawsuits and all that. But what he mentioned, he said, to get to the level of GALA, guys, you're probably talking to 10, 12 years to get to that level. They are not going to just mess that up because they're fighting among the founders, in my opinion. So it's only going to take one little bit of news, in my opinion, about the lawsuit. They're going to settle, whatever, and then it's going to be business as usual. And if you remember, at the first of the year, like they announced the Rock partner with GALA, and it did like a, I think it was like a 6x in a matter of weeks. Guys, this thing can rip, and it's still cheap. Not financial advice. All right, let's get to the good news. Arbitrum. It is, I believe it is the top layer 2 as far as market transactions. I could be wrong. I haven't checked it in a while. And depending on how, you measure which one's the best layer 2, either one, Arbitrum's in the conversation. Now, if you're like me, you probably agree that gaming is probably going to lead the bull run. Now, I personally believe it's going to be gaming, AI, or GambleFi, or maybe even meme coins. But gaming is definitely going to rip. And probably for the biggest sector, it will be gaming. Now, Arbitrum Games. Look at this, guys. I haven't heard of any of these. I literally just uncovered this. But now we know you want to work the Ethereum ecosystem. Well, there's not a lot of really cutting edge, badass projects being built just directly on top of Ethereum. But when you look into Matic's ecosystem, which I highly recommend you do, or Arbitrum's ecosystem, wow, look what you found. So I'm going to do a deep dive and go through all of this. Again, never even seen any of these games. There's the Beacon up 56%, Honor World down 52%, Ori up 100%. Guys, I'm excited. Treasure, never heard of it. Built on gaming, built on Arbitrum, up 253%. That's 24 hours, guys. I think I'm reading that right. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense to you. Guys, don't sleep on Ethereum. We know it's the biggest ecosystem out there. If you're into gaming like I am, Arbitrum might be an ecosystem you definitely want to grab one or two in. I know this is a brand new project. It's crazy young. But check out this, and then I'll let you go. Look at that pump, guys. Look what Arbitrum's doing. It's never experienced a bull run. Guys, I'm excited. You wait till you see Ethereum start to rip. Wait till you start seeing that deflationary mechanism. I do a lot of research. I go to Masari.com or IO. And when you look at when you start looking at the tokenomics and how they deflate these projects, all you see is just mega charts like this, right? Go look at them. Go look at the supply dumps that you see like at XRP and Avalanche and heck, almost all of them. And you're so used to just seeing these massive supply increases. And then you got the Ethereum. It went like that, and now it goes like that. Guys, it's already deflationary in the bear market. When this market heats up, and when Ethereum starts to get on the news every day, like it will, and when it starts to run like Matic and Solana did, that deflationary mechanism alone is going to pump Ethereum extremely hard, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And look, do your own research. If you want to find these projects early, do your own research. Go on down the ecosystem. Start looking for those low cap gems that haven't got noticed yet. Because look, the influencers are not going to do it for you guys. Most influencers have already bought, especially the big ones. All they got to do is, heck, almost buy any token and then do a video. My channel's not that big. I don't move markets. But I do try to tell you as soon as I get into these. But the best way to make money if you want to get in early is to do your own research. And I'm going to say one more thing that I see all the time. Guys, the reason influencers do videos like on the old blue chips and tell you what you want to hear, because you keep coming back. And most of you are upside down because they got you upside down. And you want them to be right. And if they do a video that's new and it hasn't pumped, you guys don't buy it. Y'all wait till it does a 6x and all the influencers are talking about it. How do I know? Well, I've done countless videos. And I used to not do videos in the bear market that I wanted to do because I know no one was going to watch them. I did one on Solana under $20. It got like 1,200 views since then, right? Under $20. Everyone was like, oh, it's a shit token, it's crashed, it's done, it's a rug pull, it's over, it can't stay. And now it's the golden child. And look at all the influencers. Where were those big influencers when it was at $20 saying get to stacking? That's what I told you. Anyway, not honking my own horn. All right, guys, it is go time. Everyone knows it's go time. If you don't have a plan to build out your portfolio and a game plan to dollar cost average out and take profits, you might want to look into coaching. My coaching is $250. It's 3 phone calls. I think it's an immense value, and I don't know how long it's going to last. But we go through your portfolio. We talk about your mindset. We talk about your goals. We talk about how to get a game plan for dollar cost averaging out. And we get rules and regs and get you situated so you're not going to fall for the FOMO or the FUD. And you'll have a plan. And when you put on a trade, you'll know what to do. When you start stacking, you'll know what to do. If it goes up, you'll know what to do. If it goes down, you'll know what to do. Anyway, I'll leave a link to my email down below. That's all I got for you guys. Take care.